Greetings, everyone. Hello, my name is Oopaloopa, and I will be saying why I think Tom Brady is overrated and the NBA is rigging it for him to win. Now, Boston probably has the worst fans in each sport. I know it's the New England Patriots, but a majority of Boston loves the Patriots. So, basically, it's mostly Boston, and you see the Celtics in basketball. Their fan base is so toxic that it's bad. They think they're gonna win the championship every year. Before Isaiah Thomas came there and they were trash or whatever, they thought they would win the championship. Well, guess what? You're not winning the championship. But hey, they thought so. It's a possibility they make it this year, though. Gordon Hayward and all that. But that's for another video. Now, Tom Brady has been bailed out his whole career. Listen here. Tom Brady wasn't even a starting quarterback when he came into the league. Nobody liked him in the combine. I mean, people liked him, but, he was slow. He didn't do well at his combine. Nobody really appreciated what he was like. And people really underestimated the guy. But then, after a while, we started to see the fandom started coming out of the woodwork. And, basically, Tom Brady's just like, I don't know, it just seems so rigged the way everything's going on. Like, he just comes in and then he's the starting quarterback out of nowhere. Like, he is the biggest success story ever in NFL history, if you think about it. Because he was a guy expected to do nothing, but did everything. Some people even call him the GOAT. And if you think about it, Tom Brady appeals more to be a GOAT than you would think of other people that you could say is the GOAT. Jerry Rice, Marshall Falk. I don't think he's one of them, but I'm just thinking names. Of course, Joe Montana, who I think personally is the best. Joe Montana, like, who would you rather have be the face of your whole entire NFL for right now? Tom Brady or Joe Montana? Tom Brady, the man who looks like a model, who does model sometimes, who girls fawn over, or the guy that looks like Papa John's mascot's brother. Like, who would you want to be the GOAT? Who would you want to be the one filling in for this guy? Because they haven't had someone who could be the GOAT since Joe Montana's been out. Maybe Steve Young, maybe a couple other people, but someone that's on Joe Montana's level, that's only Tom Brady. So you look at his first championships, whatever, you can say whatever about them, they're fine. Then he got murked by the Giants. And at that time, they have to balance it out because they don't want anybody suspecting that Tom Brady is rigging the games. Then he got exposed at one point for the Deflategate. And they wanted that whole entire thing. They wanted that whole entire Deflategate situation to let Tom Brady come the next year to the Super Bowl. Tom Brady come the next year to the Super Bowl it was either next year or the year before. The next year or the year before to the Super Bowl to come back 28-3 against the Falcons, who were playing much better than the whole entire game. They had him come back somehow. Somehow he came back. So I don't understand. It was 28-3, and he of all people came back. Now, I'm not complaining. I'm not mad that it happened. It was pretty amazing the way it happened. But it was fishy, You wouldn't expect that to happen. 28-3? Come on now, dude. 28-3. That's crazy. And then you look at the teammates around him. Let's start with Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman was originally a quarterback. Y'all know all that. in college, and he transitioned to wide receiver. I don't remember when he got drafted or all of that, or where he got drafted at, but Julian Edelman, he wasn't as good as he was now coming into the league as a wide receiver. But Tom Brady molded him into being that. Look at Julian Edelman. He looks like a model, the same way Tom Brady does. That's another person to go with the tandem. Then you got Gronk. All of a sudden, you got this kid coming out of college who's running over the best defenders in the league, stiff-arming them, and then juking them out every left and right. And you're like, who is this Rob Gronkowski kid? It's insane. You see Aaron Hernandez leaves, goes to jail, and then all of a sudden, you see Gronk come out the woodwork to be the best tight end in the league. Like, they already had this planned out, people. This is rigged. Whenever defenders see Rob Gronkowski come towards them, they move out of the way or they let themselves get ran over. They don't try. They let Rob Gronkowski roughhouse them and fall to the ground. And it's facts. Sometimes they let him tackle. They couldn't tackle him because, you know, they don't want anything to be told. Anything to be, like, fishy. But Rob Gronkowski, out of all people, he is the biggest reason. He came out of nowhere. Now, I know people still liked him in college and this and that, and he was still scouted and all that. But come on, who is expecting Rob Gronkowski to be as good as he is now? One of the best tight ends in the league. And then he's injured this year with the Super Bowl, but yet they still won. They won without him. Yet another thing to say, oh my God, Tom Brady is the best ever. And then they had, I think, Martellus Bennett, who is also a great tight end who could start on any other team. But yet they had their bench tight end be their starting tight end, and he's one of the best tight ends in the league. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, it does. Every single Super Bowl that the Patriots have not been in have been kind of trash. Think about it. The Panthers versus the Broncos. First of all, the Broncos shouldn't even have been in the championship. Because the way that their team was looking, it wasn't looking good for them. It wasn't looking good. It was looking horrible for them. Demaryius Thomas was kind of falling off at that point, and he still is falling off. They didn't have a good running back. They had to keep shifting running backs at the time because, and I think they still are now, I can't remember, but they had to keep shifting running backs at the time because they didn't know who was going to be their running back. They had Peyton Manning coming off of his retirement to win a Super Bowl against the MVP of the league and one of the best teams that only lost one game. One game, people. One game. That's right, one. And they lost. And it was kind of trash. Nobody liked that Super Bowl that much. That Super Bowl was horrible. The Seahawks against the Broncos. Horrible. The Seahawks destroyed the Broncos. But every single game the Patriots played in was good. Everybody watched it. It was unbelievable. Just stay woke, people. This league is rigged. It is rigged in Tom Brady's favor. Look at LeGarrette Blount. Look at everybody on the team. Look at Gronk. Look at Edelman. I'll see you guys later. Love y'all. This is Oompa Loompa out.